Good morning, family. In today's devotion, let's talk about today's thought: knowing and handling the truth.
Welcome to today's morning devotion with Pastor Conrad. Be inspired today.
Today's thought comes from John chapter 14, verse 6 to 7, which says, Jesus told him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. If you had really known me, you would have known who my Father is. From now on, you do know him and have seen him. A story as told in biblical preaching that a Chinese boy who wanted to learn about jade went to study with a talented old teacher. This gentleman put a piece of jade stone into the youth's hand and told him to hold it tight. Then he began to talk of philosophy, of men, of women, the sun, and almost everything under it. After an hour, he took back the stone and sent the boy home. This procedure was repeated for weeks. The boy became frustrated and thought to himself, when will I be told about jade? But he was too polite to interrupt his venerable teacher. Then one day, the old man put a stone into his hands and the boy cried out instantly, "That's not jade." In the text, Jesus was speaking to his disciples, telling them he was going to prepare a place for them and that they knew the way to get there. Thomas cries out and he says, we don't know where we're going, so how can we know how to get there? It is now that Jesus gives his response that he is the way, the truth, and the life. Now, Jesus' next statement is really interesting because he switches to knowing the Father. And he said, if you had known me, you know the Father. This is really powerful because this means in our Christian walk, knowing God, knowing truth, knowing life, knowing the way means knowing Christ. But further, like the boy in the story, we must constantly be exposed to Christ, the truth, to know the truth. We must be constantly exposed to Christ, the way, to know the way. We must constantly be exposed to Christ, the life, to know life. It is our exposure to the real thing to know what is counterfeit. Come on, pray with me. Father, I thank you for Jesus Christ, who is my way, my truth, and my life. Help me daily to become more exposed to Christ, the word of life, so I can never be deceived by what is not truth. Amen. Hey, I've got a new video series out called The 5 Foolish Mistakes That Keep Christian Believers Stuck, Unhappy, and Broke, even though they believe God promises belong to them. You can access it for free over at kingsedition.com. Remember to make time in your busy life to become a part of a good weekly Bible study group so you can connect with others, build your faith, and learn and grow together as a family. Because the truth of life is, you can't succeed alone. If you enjoyed this, share it with your family, share it with your friends, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and page. Blessings.
Thank you for joining us. Visit kingsedition.com for more inspirational resources for your journey today.